Oh, this is Kathy. We met at a homestay in Kannur, and we were talking about my visit to Wayanad. And when I told her about this bamboo village I went to, where they fabricate all sorts of handicrafts, and showed her some video clip, she got excited about the whole prospects of the possibilities of bamboo. So I asked her about making a bamboo bike, and she immediately suggested that somebody in Yorkshire does it already. How do you know anything about that Yorkshire?
It was actually after you said about it that I did a little research, and my initial thought was how exciting it would be to have bamboo bikes in places like Bristol and Bath and Brighton and Totnes, places where you have an audience of people who are very committed to the environment and would be very keen on low cost, or for England, low cost bamboo bikes. So I went online, did some research, and in Yorkshire there's a workshop where they're making bamboo bikes, and they sell these. They're high performance bikes, so they go to all the bicycle fairs and all the shows, and they're really great bikes for racing and for mountain biking and everything, and they're selling the frames for £1,199, which is equivalent of what?
90,000?
In rupees. It's more than 80,000 rupees.
Oh, well.
For the frames. Now they meet all of the very stringent European standards and British standards. So that's a big process to go through. But there may well be a market that's much lower than that, who would be interested in much cheaper bikes.
Maybe.
But also made to a very high standard, very high quality.
For functional use.
For functional use.
But so even then, we could, I suppose in India, we could make it at considerably cheaper cost. Particularly, I don't suppose they grow bamboo in England, do they?
It's not easy to grow.
So,
certainly not to the quality.
So they have to import bamboo and do all that. So we have bamboo at Wayanad, and we have a unit which has all the sophistication to fabricate it and cure it. And the only thing is of designing, and would you think that there would be any patent issue?
There may be, but if the people who've already developed the process have made it free, they may well own the copyright on the process, in which case nobody else would be able to patent it, I think. I don't know exactly, we'd have to research it. But I think if it's already been liberated into the market, then it may not be a problem. We'd have to find out.
If you were to talk to the patent holder and then come to an arrangement for making these bikes here, would that work?
Well, I think they are liberating the process anyway. I think the process is available. So people are making them as you've said, in Ghana and elsewhere, and obviously in Britain as well. So it's quite an exciting possibility, certainly for the future. And I think it may be a little bit slow to take off because people are wary of what they don't know. But if you keep the cost down, I think there are enough people in places like Bristol, the kind of the new hippies, who really want to live environmentally responsible lives and don't have a lot of money, so they would be very keen on something like that.
My thoughts were actually for making a bike for common man's use, because that is how I saw it when I saw this video on Ghana, what they do. They carry water, quite heavy loads of stuff on bamboo carriers.
I think if you have an Indian audience, a Chinese audience, an African audience, then all of that customer base is going to want a really practical, functional, everyday bike. I think probably in the UK, there's the expectation on bikes might be a little bit kind of more or design.
Yes.
There's the kind of extra design element perhaps, because it's not the most common form of transport.
Right, but if bamboo bike meets the standards of steel ones,
yeah, it's amazing.
Is there any reason why it can't be adopted on a large scale?
I think it could be fantastic.
Only the limit would be your capacity to grow bamboo.
Yeah, exactly. Grow and to make it to standards,
Yes.
to specifications.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a very exciting potential. Brilliant idea.
Maybe we should put this idea into Wayanad people and see how it works.
Certainly.
Thank you.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to ride one.